Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your girl Sherelle, and if you're tuning in for the very first time, be sure to subscribe to my channel, share my videos, like, comment down below, and yeah. Tonight's review, I will be talking about the oval. You already see it in the title, so don't even act like you don't know what this is. This is about the oval. So we gonna get into it. It ain't no need for it. Tyler, let me tell you something too. This oval show is, every episode is picking me up and drawing me, and Tyler, you are doing it. Even though you could tweak a little bit here and there, but it's still good. It's still keeping me tuning in. And I can't wait for sisters to come back, and I can't wait for the have and the have nots to come back too. I'm ready for that. I'm going to be reviewing those too. But let's get into it. So we open up with Donald choking Lily out on the floor, which in the mix of choking her, he stops and realizes, I can't kill her. If I kill her, they gonna kill me. I'm trying to be the next president. I'm in line for being president. And he stops choking her. And Lily has this blank look on her face, like, he really in here trying to kill me. He just tried to kill me. So she's in all shock. When I say shock, I don't know why you shocked. He was threatening you. When he sat back on that bed and got serious with it, you should have known what time it was, Lily. You and Jean gonna learn today, but we gonna get into that. But anywho, so Lily's shook. Lily's trying to fight him off, can't get him off. He thank God he stopped, I guess, because he might actually care about Lily. I don't see how, but anywho, I mean, he might actually care about Lily. Oh well, I still say Lily should be with Bobby. Going on to Bobby's place. But anywho, so he stops her and he's just shook. Like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, I can't believe I just did that to her. Like, he's realizing that it is his wife that he's trying to kill. And on top of that, he can't kill her because he has to keep a certain persona with himself. Like, he's next in line to be president. He's chief of staff, but whoever those 5 families are, they promised him, like, look, after Hunter is done in the White House, you are going to get the torch next. The torch is going to be passed to you. And in order for you to have that, you have to keep a certain persona about yourself, meaning you got to be married with children. So make it happen. Because if you don't make it happen, in the words of Victoria's mother, one of you MFers are going to come up dead. But anywho, so he's explaining to Lily, like, Lily, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry I just did that. You ain't sorry. Lily, sleep with one eye open if you. But anywho, so he's explaining to her, and I guess it clicked to Lily, like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? This is real. This is not a drill. Like, he really is shook and scared of working for these people he works for. So he's telling her, Lily, this is 5 families. They own pharmaceutical companies. They own oil companies. They basically run the world. You cannot go to the police, Lily. You have to stay with me and make this work. Basically, they own us. They paid for us. We need to put on a certain persona. You cannot leave and call the cops, because if you do, Lily, you're dead, meaning they're going to come after you. And in the mix of this, Lily is trying to process all of this craziness that is coming out of Donald's mouth, and she can't believe that he's saying only believe it. Okay, we already seen Victoria's mother, Lily. Believe it. Do you need to meet Victoria's mother to find out whether she's not playing or not? Believe it, honey. You better believe it. So Lily is just looking. They move from the bedroom. Then they move downstairs to the living room floor. He commits to trying to put her in a sleep hole to keep her from going anywhere. And Lily is like, I need to go. I need to process this and make my decision. And he's just begging and pleading, please come back to me. Please don't do anything stupid. So Lily goes. And child, let me tell you, I'm like Lily, I don't think I can stay, but something got to give. I'm not going to be able to do it. Okay, let's skirt past that. So, next scene, we have Gail and Jean. So, Gail's in the residence kitchen, and Jean is in there doing what she doing her job, and Gail comes in there. Jay Lee calls her from Jay Lee's Corner. She calls her Thought Pocket Gail. So Thought Pocket Gail comes in there, telling Jean, I heard while I was in the trunk of your car, you talking to your boyfriend, saying all that stuff about my mother, me, and my brother, which Freaky Jason, he is a weirdo. So she ain't lie. And you wasn't supposed to be there to hear that anyway. She's like, well, you're not supposed to be talking to anyone about us, and I can have you fired. And she was, Jean is Jean. She's still a nice person. She said, but Gail says to her, well, I did hear that you said that you feel sorry for me. So could you find out what happened to my boyfriend? And Jean's like, okay. So she walks away and got the nerve to call Jean a witch. No, Gail, you're the witch. We ain't gonna say, because we all know YouTube will take you down for a whole lot of cussing and carrying on and all that other stuff, but we just gonna say witch. So with that being said, let's move past that and on to the next episode with Kyle and the president. So Kyle meets up with the president, and he's basically talking to him, and he's saying, sir, I feel for you, this, that, and the fourth, and if you need me to help you find another girl or find someone else, I can be there for you. And he's putting the president in an awkward position, and he was like, I don't want another girl. I had the girl that I wanted, which is Denise. Denise is gone, so he's missing you. He's missing her like crazy. Ooh, can't nobody do it like you. Said every little thing you do. Hey, baby, says stays on my mind. That's what the president feeling like, because he ain't got Denise no more. He officially missing Denise. And you're going to continue to officially miss Denise because she ain't coming back. So Kyle is making the president feel awkward, as he should. And I'm like, Kyle, where you going with this? You trying to give the president something too? Like Donald said? Really, Kyle? You trying to entertain the thought that I can be that for you? I can replace her for you? I can either replace her with someone else, or me and you can get into it. You're barking up the wrong tree, Kyle. Okay, let's move past that. So we go to Nancy, Priscilla, and Sam at the hospital. So they find out that Richard is out of surgery. He's doing just fine. Praise God in the name of Jesus. Lily and Richard survived another day. In Jesus' name. Thank God they survived. So, she's happy. She's basically snapping out. And, Priscilla is basically telling her, look, I like when you was frantic and everything and you was scared, because right now you acting kind of crazy. Like, don't block your blessings. Something might happen. Something else might happen. God may punish you. Watch what Come on, Nancy. Go on and get your Bible and read and meditate on some word here, because you was cutting up in that hospital, truth be told. So we're going to skirt past that. We go to Sharon and Kareem back at the pharmacy. So they're at the pharmacy trying to clean up, and Kareem is being Kareem and doing what Kareem does. And Kareem is basically saying, we can't afford not to keep this pharmacy open. We need to keep it open. So Sharon suggests that, look, you know what I think we need? I think we need to get some Valium to calm my nerves from all of this. So Kareem's looking at her like, Sharon, haven't you heard of the saying, never get high on your own supply? She said, well, let's go in the back and let's get some because we need it. So it might be true what Barry's cousin was basically saying about Sharon and Kareem. Let's just skirt past that to the first lady and the president. So the first lady is saying to Hunter, tell me not to call my mother. And he was like, Victoria, don't call your mother. She was like, well, Hunter, you need to tell me what the heck happened to that girl. And Hunter's basically like, look, the less you know, the better off you will be because you don't need to know nothing. And Victoria left it alone. So she's telling him basically, they're going back and forth, they're talking and so forth and on. And she's like, Hunter, before you go to bed or do whatever it is that you are going to do, you need to have a conversation with your son. Because he was at the table pleasuring himself while my mother was there. And Hunter is looking like, what in the world? Yeah, he was. Grandma had to check him, and he was embarrassed. I thought Jason would have learned his lesson. We'll get to that. But anywho. So skirt past that. So we go to Jason and Gail. They're sitting in the residence living room. And Jason, he ain't learned nothing from when Lily let him have it. He still didn't learn nothing. He done stole the president's Wi-Fi password or computer or whatever it was, and he on there watching porn. Ain't he something else? Yeah, he is. Creepy Jason, that's what he is. So, let's skirt past that. So, we have the president having a talk with Jason. And he's talking to him, and he's basically saying, look, I know what happened when you had dinner with your grandmother today. You cannot embarrass this office by doing the things that you're doing because it's unacceptable. So, and Jason looks at him like, you got your nerve, Jigga. You running around here with Denise. He was like, what? Are you following me? He was like, no. He was like, everyone knows, that you messing around. Everybody in that White House know you messing around with Denise. Your wife done chased her in the White House. You got the staffers sneaking her out the back door. Everybody knows about you. Everybody knew about you and Denise. She is no longer with us. So the president is just looking like, Jason, stay out of my business. You heard what I said. Let that be that. And we're going to keep it at that. So he walks out, and you have Kyle. Let's move past that. So we're going to go to Kyle and Donald. So Kyle takes it upon himself to show up to Donald and Lily's place. Okay. I'm going to get to that. So Kyle shows up, and he's basically telling Don, he's like, so I assume that she's gone. And he's like, no, I couldn't do it. She said she'll come back. She needs some time to think. And he's like, she's not coming back. She's circling around the police station. Lily, you're in danger. You better not. Don't even think about it. Go on about your business back home. Because that's the safest place for you. Even though he might have tried to choke you out. If you comply, you need to comply. She's complying. You better comply. But anywho, oh my God. If you don't know where that comes from Tyler Perry's Medea's family funeral or something like that, when they got stopped by the police and he was like, she's compliant. She's compliant. But anywho, so Donald and Kyle are talking, and he's basically like, why don't you just come and be with me? And, you know, come on upstairs and let me give you something you can feel and all this other stuff. Let's get it on. You know, let's turn off the lights. Let's do some things, you know, all up in this. Kyle, have you realized that you are still in Lillian's house? She might have took a suitcase, but she ain't take everything. Well, she didn't even get that suitcase. You a trifling slut, aren't you? A slut of a man, aren't you? All up in that woman's house, getting it on and whatnot. So he's basically saying, look, you need to handle this. Otherwise, I will. And I can always handle that. He was like, no, I don't want that for her. You don't need to kill her. She said she was coming back, this, that, and the fourth. So he was like, well, why don't you come upstairs and give me what I need, give me what I want. Make me beg and scream. So we already know that, Kyle, you're the bottom and Donald is the top. We accomplished that. We established that. Okay. So he goes upstairs, get butt naked, and they gets it in, and clearly we see that Donald is the top. It ain't no getting around it. We know that, Kyle, you a crazy bottom. So we're going to call Kyle the crazy bottom and Donald the powerful top. No wonder why he acts the way he acts, and Kyle likes the way he treats him. He's talking about slap me and this, that, and the fourth, and I'm looking like, oh, y'all into that type of stuff. I don't judge. Do what you do. But anywho, let's too much. Okay, y'all. We gonna move past Kyle and that. So we gonna move to the next scene with Lillian. With Lily, not Lillian. Lily at the police station, debating whether to go in or not. And she calls Bobby. And Bobby is asking her okay. And she tells Bobby everything that happened. And he's like, Lily, come to me now. I was like, oh, we gonna go for a round two, aren't we? Yeah, you gonna get some of that chocolate. I ain't mad. Hey. Bobby said, come and go with me. Come on over to my place. And I ain't mad she going with him. Come on over to Bobby's place. Yeah, he gonna give you something you can feel. So he's basically talking to her, and she's like, okay. He was like, look, don't go in that police station because they have people in there who will see you and try to do something. They already know you at the police station. They already have people in there, and they already have people on it. The safest thing for you to do is come here, and with me, no one will know you here, and let that be that. So she hangs up, and guess who walks out? Sam. Sam sees her and asks her, is she okay? And she basically lies to him and tell him, yeah, she fine, and Yada, yada, yada. Sam is out in the parking lot. I guess he's about to go in to figure out what's going on with Barry and seeing if he can help him in any sort of way because he is his godfather. So he's basically is like, "Oh, are you okay?" And she's like, "Oh, yes, I'm fine." And Sam could clearly see that she's not okay, but he's probably going to get down to the bottom of it eventually somewhere down the line. So let's move past that. So we have Sam, the detective, and Barry. And basically, it starts off first with Sam and the detective, and he's talking to him about Barry, and he's basically saying, he's a good kid. He's an honor roll student. We've never had problems. He's like, well, he got a problem with guns because every time he got one in his hand, he's shooting somebody. He's like, no. He's not that type of kid. So Sam, they let Barry come in and talk to Sam. And the detective was like, can we have a moment? Detective looking at him like, you want a moment in my office? Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, they want a moment in your office. Please give it to him. So Sam's like, what happened? And he tells Sam what happened. He's seen Kareem and Sharon screwing in the pharmacy through the pharmacy window. He ran it in there, and he basically is like, what? And Sam was looking like, I can't take this. And he's basically saying like, why would you do this and this, that, and the fourth? He's like, because I seen them doing this and seen them doing that. He was like, well, they think that you killed Ruth. He was like, look, I could never kill Ruth. And you know what? Out of all Barry's craziness, I believe when he said he didn't kill Ruth. Because he said, look, I am not going to put my hand on no female. He said, well, you put your hand on Kareem. He said, well, yeah, that's different. He's a guy. But I believe him. And here's why I say I believe Barry didn't do nothing to Ruth, and he wouldn't do nothing to no female. Because in that moment when they was at the pharmacy, when Sharon slapped him, he could have easily slapped her back. But he didn't. He took the slap from her and kept it pushing. Like, his mother did raise him right with that aspect, like not to hit a woman, even if she hits you. So I believe he didn't kill Ruth. I believe Sharon had something to do with it because we found the knife. I believe Sharon might have caught up with Ruth in a nick of time and stabbed her and killed her and all of that other stuff. And I believe she's selling drugs with Kareem, just like Barry Cousins said. So he's basically like, look, don't you tell nobody what you just told me. Keep your mouth shut while you in here in jail. And we're going to pray and hope that the judge gives you a bail so we can get you out of here. Now, let's move it back to Kyle and Donald, where they are in the bed getting it on. And that's all I'm going to say, and we're going to move past that. And then let's move and get to Barry and the guy in prison. So the guy in prison is like, Barry, he just starts singing, telling Barry all this stuff. He was like, yo, I'm sorry what happened with your cousin. He was like, what are you talking about? So he finds out that his cousin got killed in jail. He finds out that Denise gets killed in jail. And the guy's like, look, everybody know that the first lady came to Denise's store. And everybody know Denise wasn't no prostitute. They found her beheaded somewhere where a whole bunch of prostitutes were. And he's basically like, look, this is a shady town. There's some shady stuff going on. As soon as I post bail and I get out of here, I'm leaving. I'm going south. And that's that. I'm getting out of this town because it's some crazy stuff going on in that White House. And you in that White House too. So you need to watch your back. Everybody knew that your cousin Picky, or whatever his name was messing with the first daughter. And the first lady didn't like it. And they had him killed. So he's basically, Barry's just sitting there in like finding out, boom, his cousin got killed by someone from the White House, Secret Service or whoever. Boom, he finds out that Denise is dead. Boom, he's finding out, why his cousin got killed, because of that girl, because of Thought Pocket Gail. Thought Pocket Gail going down there, and, you kind of killed your own boyfriend, Gail, because you knew you shouldn't have been there, and your mother and father was trying to show you better than they could tell you, and that's just that. And they told you, hey, don't you go down there and see that boy. You go and see him if you want to. You gonna be sorry. You and him gonna be sorry. And look where Picky's at, whatever his name. So we go to the First Lady. We're winding down where the First Lady and the President are in the residence suite getting ready for bed. And the President is telling Victoria, as usual, go to bed. And she goes to take off her earrings and drop one of her earrings. And he's scared, like, Victoria, just leave it on the floor. And she's like, no, I'm not about to leave my grandmother's earring on the floor so it can get vacuumed up. Well, the maids can vacuum it up. No, I'm going to pick it up. He's like, no, I'll get it. And he's about to damn near jump out of his skin to get her earring to give it to her. And it's just like, so she's just basically looking like, what is wrong with you? Like, I'm right here. I can get my own earring. Little do she know that Denise was killed in your room. And it's still blood of Denise under that rug, because Kyle didn't clean everything up all good. And now she picks up the earrings, and Hunter is telling her, go to bed. And Victoria looks at her hand. Now, I don't know, but this isn't a Tyler Perry world, but we gonna go with it. She sees blood on her hands from the floor, meaning Kyle did not clean everything up good the way he was supposed to. And Victoria's looking at her hand like, Hunter, this is blood. What the hell is going on? What happened? So hopefully it'll pick up where it left off next week, because I can't wait. That's my review of The Oval. It was good. It keeps on getting gooder and gooder. And hopefully we're going to see on the next episode where Hunter has no choice but to tell Victoria what happened. And Donald is about to break Kyle's heart because Lillian is going to come back to him because Bobby, that's another thing too. I miss Bobby basically told her, look, when she showed up to the hotel room, look, you need to go back to him. You need to get something on him that can set you free. You need to gain a certain amount of power. Play along, play the game, do what you're supposed to do so you can find a way out of this. Because as long as these people feel like they have you on a leash, they have you in line, they're not going to mess with you. So this is something that you need to do. You need to go back to him because that's the safest choice, which it is for Lily. But Lily, I would keep Bobby as my side piece because Kyle gonna keep Donald gonna keep Kyle as his side piece. I mean, and once it's done and said and it's said and it's done, you can run off with Bobby, and y'all can give each other something you can feel all day, all night long. Feel what I'm saying, Lily? Tyler, make it happen. Let Lillian gain some power. And she can go on and be with Bobby. Go on and get some of that good chocolate. That dark chocolate. Yes, Spotty is just chocolate. He a double chocolate cookie. But anywho, that's my review for The Oval, y'all. I hope y'all like it. Um, I can't wait till next week because Donald go break Kyle's heart. Like, go on about your business. My wife coming back. It ain't no more us. Get. So, till next time, peace out, y'all.